Hey guys, I got to my first stop a little early, so I'm going to kill time making this video for you. I want to tell you something that I'm proud of, that I think sets us apart from other folks. And I know that might sound a little self-aggrandizing, but don't worry, it's going to get plenty humble here in a second. I think we're one of only two companies in the area, maybe the state, that has a perfect 5-star Google rating. And I mean, there's a lot that are pretty close, but if you dig through them, you'll see some nightmare stories for a reason. And we don't have any of those. But the thing that I want to say that sets us apart is a kind of review that we have. Let me lead with this. I crawl around crawl spaces for a living. I'm not a doctor. I'm not saving lives. I'm not like a scientist advancing our understanding of this world. I'm not out here curing cancer. Like, I don't have that much to be proud of, frankly. Like, a monkey can do my job. A well-trained, honest monkey could do my job most days. And that kind of sucks, but what do I have to be proud of? Well, I can do work that people actually need, and perhaps more importantly, I cannot sell them crap they don't need. And this is where I'm going, is if you look through our reviews, you'll notice that a large portion of them are people saying that we came out and told them they didn't need anything. Now, honestly, that kind of sucks for me. When a friend gives me a call and I get to go out to their place and say, dude, you're fine, you don't need any work, that's great. I feel awesome. When you're a stranger and I come out to your house, I am betting against you. We come out and we inspect for free. And I pay my guys per inspection, not just hourly. Like, they get a bonus for doing it and they have to do it right. So every single time I or one of my guys come out, we are betting that you have a problem and that you're going to need work. And we're hoping that you do. I hate to say it, but this is how we make our money. However, despite the fact that if you ask me if you need an encapsulation, I'm going to say that's like asking a surgeon if you need surgery. I do have a bias towards saying yes. That I see what happens when you don't. Despite that, I've also had friends whose budgets and lives were ruined by surgeries they did not need. And I'm never going to be that guy. And so something I'm proud of is that of the last 10 times that I or one of my guys has gone to inspect a property, I think 4 of them, we told people, you just don't need anything. I recently went out to this lady's house out in Somerville. Very nice lady. I really dug her and her husband. They invited me in, offered me coffee. They were like the best people. But, she called me and she said, hey, my termite company has told me that I have high moisture readings. I've been having really terrible allergies. I'm pretty sure the crawl space is very moldy. And for that reason and that reason alone, she wasn't having any wood movement. They're not thinking of selling. She's like, I would like to have my crawl space encapsulated. I said, boom, right up our alley. Let's go. I go there, I crawl around the crawl space, and she does have high moisture readings. But the fact is that she has almost zero mold in the crawl space. For those of you who don't watch all of my videos, there have been a succession of things that crawl spaces have been sprayed with over the years. They've almost all ended up illegal. It started with creosote. That's what you'll see on the historic homes downtown. And there's been a succession of about 5 other chemicals that were implemented and then banned, all for being toxic. Not for the folks in the home as much, but for guys like me spraying it or applying it. And she had an older home that was clearly sprayed with something because she had almost zero mold in the crawl space. So I get out and I tell her, like, at her kitchen table, like, hey, fact is, unless you're trying to sell it, I don't really see the need for you guys to encapsulate. You could pay us to clean it up if you'd like, to try to maybe improve the air quality. But if what you're really worried about is air quality, go get air sampling by a reputable company. And then no, definitively, which is a few $100s. Don't pay me maybe $10,000 to do something that you don't need, And I'm not just saying this because she wrote me an email with 11 questions, and I wrote 10 paragraph answers to all of them. And then the last one is like, by the way, my husband thinks that we maybe don't need this. And I had to say, yeah, like I told you, you kind of don't need this. Unless you're trying to get the moisture content down for the purposes of selling the house, you aren't having mold, your floors aren't rotting, your floors aren't bowing and cupping, why do it? So, yeah, I guess the overall point, and hopefully I can get my wonderful web lady Lorraine to splice in a copy of this email for a few seconds right now. Freeze frame if you want to read it. I'm going to black out everything else. Hopefully that worked. But, I guess where I'm going is, at the end of the day, I think that if you go through all our reviews, maybe maybe 10% of them or something like that, or just people saying, hey, these guys came out for free and didn't try to sell me crap I don't need. And I don't think that I've seen that in any of these other companies' reviews. I think that sets us apart, and I'm very proud of that.